The German president was in the audience. You see? So why did they dress these chickens up in diapers and then dance them around? Hey everybody, I'm not even gonna delay the intro on this one. Just watch how insane the activities are that are taking place in churches nowadays, okay? And then we'll dive into the facts behind this. But just watch this video right here. This is unbelievable, man. So they're pulling out chickens in diapers.
Na, 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 na. Fleisch ist Fleisch. Na, na, na.
And this is in a church.
Fleisch. Na, na, na.
And look at this guy's ring over here. He's got an eye on his hand.
Denn nur Fleisch gibt dir Power. Nur Fleisch gibt dir Kraft, Gemüse frisst der Bauer und Obst kommt in den Saft. Denn nur Fleisch macht dich glücklich, nur Fleisch macht dich froh. Egal ob Rind, egal ob Huhn, egal ob Schwein, ich schlachte alles roh. Fleisch, na 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 na, Fleisch ist Fleisch. Westfalen sind wir, na da 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 da, Fleisch, Westfalen wie wir, na da da da, Fleisch, na 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 na.
I don't mean to laugh, but at the same time, it's like, how can you not laugh at this? This is so dumb that I don't even know what to really say about it other than the world has lost its mind. Anyway, let's finish this and then we'll dive into the details about what is actually going on here.
Fleisch, na 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 na, da 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 da, Fleisch, na 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 na, Fleisch ist Fleisch, na 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 na, Fleisch, na 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 na, Fleisch ist Fleisch, na 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 na. Denn nur Fleisch gibt mir Power, nur Fleisch gibt mir Kraft. Gemüse frisst der Bauer und Obst kommt in den Saft. Denn nur Fleisch macht mich glücklich, nur Fleisch macht mich froh. Egal ob Rind, egal ob Huhn, egal ob Schwein, ich schlachte alles roh. Fleisch, na 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 na, Fleisch ist Fleisch, na 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 na.
Look how into it this
Da
guy
da da da, Fleisch,
Slapping the
na
chicken
na
with
na na na, Fleisch ist Fleisch.
is. That's awkward. But yeah, anyways, are they going to make the chickens actually bow? That is unbelievable. Seriously. Now, listen to the clapping because that is significant. And I'll show you why in a second, right? Right, so that happened. And there was more to it at the beginning. You know, they were doing some weird fight. But it didn't seem relevant to really show you. But anyway, so they did like a weird fight with these scythes, which I'm pretty sure that is actually what the quote-unquote Grim Reaper is supposed to have, a scythe of some kind, right? Anyway, so why did they dress these chickens up in diapers and then dance them around and flap their arms around and do all this weird behavior? Why did they do that? Well, let's have a read about it, shall we? And let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Because to me, this is one of the stupidest things that I've ever witnessed take place in a church. There have been a lot of abominations that have taken place over the years, people doing just ridiculous, stupid, and evil things. But this right here, I would say this probably takes, you know, the biggest slice of the cake when it comes to the dumbest thing that I've ever witnessed take place in a church, okay? So let's head over to AP News and have a read. It says, a show inside a cathedral featured raw chickens in diapers. The German president was in the audience. You see? So that's why I said the clapping is significant, because not only the German president was in the audience and probably was clapping, right? But also, look at this. And the local archbishop was in the audience, okay? So do you think these people clapped? The archbishop of the church? Do you think he clapped? The president, do you think he clapped? So they are confirming that they actually approve of this weird, creepy, just insane behavior. And by the way, I tried to make a video yesterday about what is taking place in the UK. 2 times, okay? 2 times, and the video, didn't get online. So that's also happening. Do some research. I find it crazy because a lot of people were speaking about that and their videos are online, but mine isn't. Anyway, so maybe I talk about things in a little bit too much detail for certain people's liking, let's put it that way. But yeah, y'all rebuke the devil. Anyways, let's keep reading this. A performance inside a Catholic cathedral in Germany earlier this month that featured raw, plucked chickens wrapped in diapers on stage, and the country's president and local archbishop in the audience, has prompted the church and municipal leaders to apologize that the show hurt feelings. Okay? So, of course, it isn't about hurting feelings, in my opinion. It's more about respect, because that didn't hurt my feelings. To be honest, it didn't hurt my feelings. I'm not weak and I'm not effeminate. These type of things don't actually hurt my feelings. But I find it stupid and I find it actually very disrespectful to do this, because what's the purpose of it? What was the actual purpose of this event? Let's take a look. The show, Westphalia Side Story, was part of a May 15th celebration to mark the 1250th anniversary of Westphalia, a region in northwestern Germany. So they dressed chickens up in diapers to celebrate this? Okay then. Video footage shows one woman and 2 shirtless men singing. That's another thing as well. The fact that the men were shirtless in church, that's disrespectful, right? It's completely disrespectful. Video footage shows one woman and 2 shirtless men singing Fleisch ist Fleisch. I hope I'm saying that correctly, which means meat is meat. Apparently, spoofing Austrian band Opus 1984 pop song Live is Life. I think they mean life is life. With scythes and dancing with the dead chickens on a stage in front of Paderborn Cathedral's altar. So how is this in any way, shape or form relevant to be doing in a church? Performance company Body Talk said in a statement Friday that the show featured work in progress excerpts from Westphalia Side Story, which references the American musical West Side Story. The finished show, which will premiere in September, is supposed to be part of the 1250th anniversary's cultural programming. Interesting, right? They're trying to program people into having a specific culture or accepting a specific culture. We see this happening all across the West. Now, I know that that isn't what they mean here by the word programming. If you just read between the lines, it is actually what's taking place. They're persuading people to accept quote-unquote cultural norms that contradict the country's quote-unquote cultural norms that they have had for decades, and many times go against the morality of a country. Anyways, it was not meant to be a spoof at all. Body Talk co-founder Rolf Baumgart said in an email to the Associated Press, "As Westphalia is a rural-dominated region with a turbulent history, our research was focused on that." So, would anybody like to explain what diapers and chickens wearing those diapers has anything to do with that? Because it doesn't seem that they've explained that so far. There's only a few paragraphs left of this article, so let's finish it up. The spectacle also prompted an online petition signed by more than 22,000 people by Friday afternoon that asks Paderborn Archbishop Udo Benz for a personal apology, as well as penance. So I'm guessing this was a Catholic church then if they do penance. Which, if you don't know what penance is, it's where they basically punish themselves to a certain extent. The signers also want him to reconsecrate the cathedral after it was desecrated by this performance. So I'm guessing that Catholics are absolutely outraged by this wickedness that took place in their church. Which they should be, by the way, because it is absolutely disgusting. In a statement posted online to the cathedral's website more than a week after the performance, the Regional Association of Westphalia Lippe and the church's leadership said that the content of the performance wasn't known to the organizers or the venue. Okay, so they rent out their church to people without knowing what they're going to do there. So that's a bit stupid, right? What if they've been renting out this church for private events and they've just been doing satanic rituals and stuff in there? Right? I'm not saying they have, by the way, but I'm saying if they don't know what people are going to be doing in their church, then why are they allowing those people to be in their church? It should be actually a disclosure beforehand so that nothing disrespectful or unholy can take place in the church building, right? Isn't that logical? The cathedral, the statement said, is often host to cultural events and has begun an internal review. They also promised to more carefully vet proposed events in the future. German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier's office didn't immediately return a request for comment on Friday. So yeah, of course they wouldn't, because they probably don't even know how to address this type of thing. It's genuinely such a weird situation, right? Now, I know that this may not be seen in this context very often, but I want to show you this verse, okay? Proverbs 12:10. It says, "A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. Now, whether somebody has livestock or a pet, that should be cared for, okay? And I personally believe that it should also be respected. Now, some people may disagree with that. Maybe they don't see animal life the same way that I do, but I think that animals should be respected, and even their, quote unquote, dead bodies after they have been slaughtered should also be respected. It's weird, right? You wouldn't get a human body and do that with it, would you? Why wouldn't you do that? And I'm not comparing a human dead body to the dead body of a chicken, but what I'm saying is the fact that they could just dance around with a dead chicken on the stage shows that they don't actually have respect for the Most High's creation, because a chicken is still created by the Most High. A cow is still created by the Most High. All the animals, right, that people eat, still created by the Most High. But for some reason, people seem to regard some life higher than others. Like, for example, if someone had a dog or a cat, I guarantee they wouldn't be doing this on a stage with those type of bodies. Why? Because people have been programmed to view the life of an animal that is eaten for meat as a lower form of life than an animal that is not eaten for meat, such as a dog or a cat. And I think that's just unrighteous and wicked. All life should be treated with love and respect, whether it's meat that is eaten or is not eaten. It should still all be loved and respected, because they are the Most High's creation, and we are told to be good stewards, not to be doing this weird type of behavior, right? But let me know if you understand what I'm saying there. I know that might be a bit of a unique take that people might not hear very often, but let me know if you agree or disagree with that anyways. And yeah, even though these people may not have been intentionally trying to mock God, look what it says in Galatians 6:7. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Now, this doesn't mean that people don't attempt to mock the Most High, but it means that the laws of reaping and sowing are definitely in full effect. I was having a conversation the other day with a brother in Christ actually about the laws of reaping and sowing. And I 100% still believe that the laws of reaping and sowing are in full effect right now, today. And some people don't believe that, but I think the scripture is very clear that in the New Testament, the laws of reaping and sowing are definitely still active. People who go against the Most High are still going to be punished for going against the Most High. That is without a shadow of a doubt in my mind. But anyways, I love you all very much. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe for more content like this, factual news, and we do talk about some very deep topics. I do want to talk about what is taking place in the UK very soon, but I'm going to have to find a way to talk about it, okay? Because for some reason, it's heavily at the moment.
Hey, you! Grab something epic at www.saintavs.com. Support the mission.
I also have a sale right now for my watches, because I found a supplier that can get me the parts for cheaper. So as long as I can get the parts for that price, I'm going to be keeping the price of my watches at this price. But I don't know if that's going to change in the future. So if you are interested in my crafts, then head over to my website and check those out, because yeah, like I said, they're on sale right now. And other than that, I love you so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Shalom. Shalom.
Grab something epic at www.saintavs.com.